you don't need to read hard as to what's going on here. It is very clear to see. My understanding is that TVET colleges are the delegation of DM Manamela, unless things have changed. But if TVET colleges are a delegated function of one of Minister Nkabane's deputy ministers, there's absolutely no reason why the minister must be in the Eastern Cape herself. The same, because right now, 2 deputy ministers are sitting here who do not have any constitutional authority to appoint SETA Board chairpersons, let alone convene a panel to advise them on that appointment. Essentially, we're sitting with 2 deputy ministers here who are not responsible for nothing, essentially unable to tell us anything that we need, because the person who's going to be able to tell us and who must be able to tell us what's going on is Minister Nkabane. And her being evasive in this process is not only a spit in our faces, because it's a waste of our time, but it's also a spit in the faces of the people of this country who depend on a ministry that's going to function properly, with a minister who understands their role as far as integrity is concerned and as far as conducting the affairs of ministry honestly. She is blatantly and clearly evading accountability here, and we see this. So that must be recorded, that this is something that is not acceptable. And if a minister who, according to the ethical code of conduct of members of the executive, can decide on which day she wants to come and account on which day she wants, then not only must the deputy president deal with him, but it maintains the point of why President Ramaphosa must fire Nobuhle Nkabane. That point must just remain clear there. But another thing here is important. As far as the letter that DGC she sent, the letter that was sent by the Director General, I'm sure that Nobuhle Nkabane would have also received it. But he's here. So I'm struggling unless there's something I don't understand. If a DG sends a letter that goes to the entire department cancelling a meeting, and one of the staffers decides to follow the letter, then maybe Nobuhle Nkabane must now tell us how he is here and how Rulani Ngwenya is not here. And also, I don't take kindly to that letter either, because the people who invited her to this meeting are not her department. She wasn't coming here to account on departmental business, as is usually the agenda item that says the department must come and therefore this is the delegation. She was invited here on the basis of Minister Nkabane saying she sat on the panel. So the people that she was supposed to consult about whether the meeting is taking place or not is yourself and Anele Kabingez, and not Director Sish. So I'm not buying that at all. It doesn't smell right. It smells very fraught. And I think it's something that we must be able to interrogate its absolute truth. The bottom line still remains, in conclusion, Chairperson, that if Advocate Terumutau is able to be here, Ndate Mabuza Nkabane is able to be here today, the only person who, if indeed she's sick and she's dying in a hospital bed, unable to come here, would be the minister's chief of staff. But nobody else has an excuse to not come. But even the minister's chief of staff not appearing looks shady, because you can't have your minister, her chief of staff, and her advisor, all 3 unavailable to come and account for a web of lies that were concocted in that office.